All right, thanks, Ricardo. Thursday, LHSAA Executive Director Eddie Bonine announced they're moving forward with the start of the prep football season in a month, whether or not Governor Edwards takes Louisiana out of Phase 2 or not. Now, questions do remain in Orleans Parish, but for at least 63 of Louisiana's 64 parishes, the prep football season is now a little less than 5 weeks away.
It's been time coming, but patience has paid off, and I do not see any delay in why we would not start football as the scheduled date of October 8th, 9th, and 10th.
With those words, LHSAA Executive Director Eddie Bonine told the House Education Committee prep football was starting, whether Louisiana stayed in Phase 2 or moved to Phase 3.
If everything goes as planned, I would anticipate we could put football players in full gear, start full contact, because those young men have been in helmets and shoulder pads for 6 weeks. They're ready to put on the lower gear and get after it.
That committee meeting was filled with parents who wanted prep sports started again. The obvious question, though, does Bonine have the authority to not follow the governor's phases? We asked the governor. Can he do that? And I mean, is that possible that we can play football if we're still in Phase 2? And your comments, your opinion of that?
Yeah, well, it is. And if you've looked at my proclamations have never said that you couldn't play high school football. I think what happened late in the summer, the High School Athletic Association made a decision to link the phase that we're in by my proclamation with what they would allow to happen on a school campus. And they have opted to change that guidance now in the event that we don't go to Phase 3. By the way, the current proclamation ends next Friday.
So by midweek next week, the governor will decide whether or not to take Louisiana from Phase 2 to Phase 3. He said he hopes to do that, but he said he'll follow the data. But either way, Louisiana will be playing prep football, at least in 63 parishes. New Orleans Mayor LaToya Cantrell was at the same press conference. Could I ask the same question to the mayor, if you don't mind?
You don't need to ask me that question. I mean, let's be real about it. No. We're not there. We're in Phase 2 with no contact sports at this time.
So, if the governor does not take Louisiana out of Phase 2, Orleans Parish schools may not be playing football while the rest of the state is. The mayor does have the right to enact restrictions stricter than the rest of the state if she deems that necessary. And she did not clarify that statement about prep football. The only clarification from the city, which came later, is that the Saints sought an exemption as professional athletes. So right now, in Orleans Parish, there's great confusion among coaches and athletic directors as the rest of the state gets ready to play Game 1 in less than 5 weeks.